So we've talked a little bit already about the term transfer error, the mistakes that are really common for first time second language learners to make before they discover exactly the differences between their native language and the language that they're learning, the target language. So I've given you a few transfer error hints for avoiding transfer error and make sure you're signing the right thing. But today we're going to go into a little more detail with three specific English words that have different meanings and different signs that will help you, I hope, to understand transfer error a little better and be able to look for it when you're learning new signs. Alrighty, so let's get into it. So what is transfer error? It's common for students learning a second language to think or assume that what they know of their first language, their native language, transfers directly to their second language, right? I know how to say this, you must say it the same way in another language. And this leads to mistakes known as transfer error. Now, when we talk about ASL, English transfer error, one word in English can have many meanings. We use one word to mean a few different things. So when you think about signing or which sign to use, if you think about the meaning instead of the word itself, you will make fewer transfer errors. So let's look now at some examples. And while we do, think about that concept of transfer error, assuming that one thing means in your language what it does in another language. Okay. Now, as we go over these signs to talk about transfer error, please don't worry about trying to learn or remember these signs or how they're used. You will learn them in future lessons. And so just for now, focus only on the word meaning and avoiding transfer error. Okay. So the first example is the English word get, or we could call it got. It can be used in the following ways. Oh, I get it. I've got a car. I'll get my purse. We got there late. He got excited. Just a minute, let me get her. Those mean something different, right? Those are not, it's the same word in English, but it's not the same meaning every time it's used there in those 6 examples. So we might say get or got, but what we actually mean is, oh, I get it. We mean understand. I've got a car. That means to have or to own something. I'll get my purse. That means to physically grab something. We got there late means we arrived. He got excited means he became excited. He went from one stage to another stage. Just a minute, let me get her. That means let me get her attention. That doesn't mean like physically grab her or, some of these other things, right? It means to get her attention. So let me show you the differences. Oh, I get it. I've got a car. I'll get my purse. We got there late. He got excited. Just a minute, let me get her. Okay. So here's another example. In English, the word have or has can be used in the following ways. Bob has a dog. I have to go to the store. Mary has taken an ASL class. So yes, those are all have or has, versions of that word. It's the same word in English, but they mean something different. Such as Bob has a dog, meaning he owns it, he has a dog. I have to go to the store doesn't mean I own going to the store. It means I need to. I must. I have to go to the store. Mary has taken an ASL class means that she did it. It's in the past. So you would sign Mary has finished. Mary has taken an ASL class. So there's actually another little additional thing to throw in, an additional feature in ASL relating to the word have or has, because in ASL, there is a different way of negating the English word has. So you don't just say, I don't have to go to the store. I don't have a dog, that kind of thing. There are two ways. If you're saying that you don't own something, then you actually sign 0. Bob doesn't have a dog. Mary hasn't taken an ASL class. The way you negate has not is to sign not yet. So it's a very particular, very, very specific to ASL. So you have to know the right have has version in order to also know that you negate those signs in a different way as well. All right, last example, number 3, run or ran. So in English, the word run can be used in the following ways. Sarah ran a marathon. My nose is running. Peter is running the fundraiser. Now, obviously, that's pretty easy to tell that ran or run doesn't mean the same thing every time it's used in those sentences. Sarah running a marathon is absolutely not the same as my nose running, which is absolutely not the same as Peter is running the fundraiser. All right, so we might say ran or run in English, but we mean something different. We mean Sarah ran a marathon, means she physically ran. That's this sign. She ran a marathon. My nose is running is this sign. It's dripping, right? My nose is running. Peter is running the fundraiser. He's not physically running and he's not dripping. He is running. He's running the fundraiser. So, operating the fundraiser. So, in ASL, these signs that are used to mean run or ran are all different. You don't use the same sign every time just because the English word is the same. And so hopefully that will help you think through like, okay, well, yeah, that's the English word, but what am I really meaning behind that English word? So think about the meaning instead of the word, and you will make fewer transfer errors.